Hello, boys and girls. It's Miss Peterson, and today I'd like to read you a book that I happen to like very much. Many other people my age, grown ups, happen to love reading this book, and I know a lot of kids that love reading it too. So if you know this one, well, I think you're going to have a lot of fun because it's always fun to reread books or listen to another person tell you a story you already know. See what changes. And if this is your first time, well, I think you're in for a really cool story. So let's get started. Let's read a book. Today we're reading Where the Wild Things Are. Story and Pictures by Maurice Sendak. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. And grew and grew until his ceiling hung with vines, and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day, and in and out of weeks, and almost over a year, to where the wild things are. And when they came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all. And made him king of all wild things. "And now," Max cried, "let the wild rumpus start." "Now stop," Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up of being king where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped on to his private boat and waved goodbye. And sailed back over a year, and in and out of weeks, and through a day. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. So I read this book to you today because in times when perhaps we're playing inside a lot, or we don't always have friends around to play our games with, it is always okay to use our imaginations and to realize that in order to have fun, in order to be a little wild, all we need is ourselves and our heart and our mind. So I hope you have fun exploring that inner world that I know you have and that is so wonderful and rich and fun. And I hope that you have an excellent week that is just a little wild. Bye.